Mandobug here with a video on how I made these resin buttons. So I started out with this mold for Miniature Suite. I'll link everything in the description box below. But I added UV resin and used a needle tool to kind of spread out the resin and fill in all the gaps. Then I added this purple sparkle pigment powder. I wasn't sure how much to add, so I totally just guessed. It probably would have been better if I used less and made less of a mess. Once I had the button mixed up, I took it outside to set the UV resin. I had it out there about 20 minutes, although I don't think it really needed to be out there that long. Once the resin had cured, I brought the button back inside and popped it out of the mold. And you can see that I over poured the mold just a bit, so I needed to sand down my edges. I have some 400 sanding paper here that I added water to, and I sanded down the bottom using a circular motion, and the first button was complete. For the second button, I had some of this pink pearlescent powder that came with this makeup applicator brush, and I just rubbed it along the bottom of the mold. Then I filled it up with some UV resin. And then I got some pastel chalk shavings. I started out with a bunch of red, and I mixed in a little bit of blue. I couldn't really tell what kind of color I was getting, so I decided to add some UV resin to the powder. And then I added that mixture to the button mold. After mixing it up, I realized the color needed just a little bit more blue, so I added some more blue chalk straight to the button mold. When I was happy with the color, I went ahead and popped the mold outside to go ahead and cure the resin. Once it was cured, I brought it back inside, popped it out of the mold. This button was not as over poured as the first one, but it still needed a little bit of sanding around the edges. So again, I took my 400 sanding paper with some water and just using some circular motions, I sanded down the edges, and that completed my second button. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.